Welcome into the Hoover Met Complex in Hoover, Alabama, where we are set for a high school baseball matchup between the Upperman Bees and the Bob Jones Patriots. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Happy to be with you on a beautiful day for some high school baseball. A doubleheader for the Bees. First up, taking on the 5th ranked in the nation Patriots squad out of Alabama. So a tough task today for Upperman, but they are going to give it their best shot. We welcome you into the Cox team with Holland's Lake Real Estate pregame show. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Nick's Restaurant. The Bees will take on Prattville out of Alabama at around 4:30 p.m. But first up, a battle with the Patriots. Bob Jones, as I mentioned, the 5th-ranked team in the country. According to the latest Max Preps rankings, they were the first team in the nation to get to 20 victories. Of course, in Alabama, they start their season much earlier than we do in Tennessee, back into the really early on in February, but they have an impressive 24-5 overall record. They did fall yesterday to 4A powerhouse out of Tennessee, Rossview, but bounced back with a win earlier on. This is game 2 of a doubleheader for them this afternoon. The coaches are having their meeting at home plate. I caught up with Coach Wes Shanks a few moments ago to talk about the matchup and get to, of course, the Turf Masters keys to the game. All of that in first pitch when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Three games, 2 days. It shows.
Moments away from first pitch here in Hoover, joined by Upperman head coach Wes Shanks. Coach, your team gets a victory last night, a complete game out of Juju Yano on the mound. When we talked before the game, you said pitching going to be critical. I assume you were pleased with how number 2 threw last night.
I couldn't be more happy as a head coach coming into a tournament with 4 games. That does everything for your pitching staff. It gives us more options for the next 3 games, 2 days. It shows me what kind of a pitcher I got in number 2. It showed, our fans, it showed our team, it showed a lot of people that number 2 is the real deal. Just a gamer and did everything he needed to do, and so did the team. We got early on them last night, and that was a good moment for our batters because we had to make an in-game adjustment, and then we closed it out. Now, we made a few mental mistakes that brought them back into the game, but at the end of the day, what I tell the guys is we found a way to win that ball game, and that's what matters.
Today you get a nationally ranked Bob Jones team throwing their ace, one of the top-rated pitchers in the country. What's the mentality entering this game? Knowing you got 2 today, but you got a big opportunity here in game number 1.
And we started that this morning with a series of, or just a meeting this morning. We love to do tournament style because the overall goal is to get to the state tournament and compete. And we try to teach, use this as a college-like atmosphere. We're here for 4 games, 3 days. We had breakfast this morning, talked about scouting reports, talked about Bob Jones, talked about the pitcher. We talked about game 2 and the mental preparedness that we have to have. And so the boys are not going to be shocked. They're going to be mentally focused and ready to go. And that's what the mentality is now. We know what to expect. It's just how can we execute. And they're going to be a great ball club, top in the nation. They're going to have a great arm. And that's why we come to places like this. Our guys are up to the challenge, and I'm excited to see how we perform.
To get into the Turf Masters keys to the game, they've got their number 1. You've got your number 1 as well. Caden Shanks going on the mound. What are the things you have to do to give yourself a chance to succeed against this powerhouse team?
You got to be perfect. I mean, that's as easy as it is. Pitching's got to be great. You can't walk guys. You've got to be perfect in the field. You can't give them second opportunities. And we've got to make things happen at the plate, and we've got to have great at-bats. That's how you beat great teams. That's how you become a great team. And I think we have the potential for that. And again, I'm excited to see how our boys perform.
First pitch from Hoover when we come back. Those were your Turf Masters keys to the game. Upperman, a tall task, facing off against the big right-hander Braden Booth. He's signed with Mississippi State. He's rated as one of the top pitchers in the country. And Upperman will try to solve him today. These are his stats on the season. Very, very impressive. 32 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed just 10 hits, 18 walks, but 61 strikeouts. And he's allowed just 1 run so far in this season for the Bob Jones Patriots. He will face off against an Upperman lineup that will bat 1 through 9 like this as we get to the Swallows Insurance starting lineups. Leading things off is the starting pitcher tonight, Caden Shanks. Batting second, the center fielder, Justin Fallon. Batting third, first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting fourth is the third baseman, Chris Worsing. Batting fifth is the shortstop, Juju Yano. Batting sixth, the catcher, Ricky Allison. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, Carson Shoup. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Braden Green. And rounding out the lineup is the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. Carson Holroyd being hit for tonight by Carson Shoup. Braden Booth, he's going to throw 92-93 with the fastball to the right hand. He can throw the changeup. He's got a killer slider, and he also has a curveball to mix in. He's going to have his choice. Mississippi State will decide whether they want him to be a shortstop or a pitcher at the next level. But with a bag like that, he's probably going to be a pitcher in the SEC starting next year. Speaking of Division I players, though, another one stepping into the batter's box is Caden Shanks will get it started. He's looking to get it rolling here. Batting at 300 on the season. He's got 11 RBIs. That leads the team. He stands in here. He also got 7 extra base hits. First pitch of the game is a fastball across at the knees for strike one, 0-1. Expect a lot of heat early on from Booth as he tries to rev it up. Upperman, they typically hit velocity pretty well, but it's the mixture for Booth that makes him lethally dangerous. The 0-2. Fire the fastball by him again, and he's quickly ahead, 0-2. Mentioned the strikeout numbers, averaging over 2 strikeouts an inning so far this season. Shanks stands in. Booth, he likes to work quickly out there. Nods the head yes. Here comes the 0-2. It's the breaking ball, called strike 3, and a quick 1-2-3 strikeout to open up the game. It'll bring in Justin Fallon, who is on a heater and a half in the last 4 games. A 4-game winning streak for Upperman. Fallon is batting .727 with 4 RBIs. He's also worked a walk and been hit by a pitch. Just out of this world numbers. They need more of that today. Booth, you already saw it. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best team Upperman's going to face all season long. They beat top-ranked in the country IMG Academy. And the first pitch into Fallon is across for a strike. He's thrown 4 pitches. They've all been strikes, 4 fastballs, and a breaking ball. They're going to need a stud outing out of their ace. We'll talk about that in a moment as that pitch misses low with a fastball 1-1. Caden Shanks going to the mound for the Bees today. The way they've got the chance to win is by him pitching a gem. Here comes the 1-1. There's the pitch across. Looked a little bit high to my eye, but it's a called strike 1 and 2. And one thing Upperman doesn't need is a wide strike zone for Braden Booth. Booth, I mentioned he likes to work quickly. He says no to 3 pitches, now likes the 4th. The 1-2 breaking ball, that one doesn't dip in. There's that killer movement on it. It's 2-2. He can go 12-6. He can rip across the slider. He's got the changeup and the fastball. The 2-2 pitch to Fallon. He sends this one up into foul territory and out of play. They've got several Division I Power 5 players in the lineup. The lineup hasn't been very strong batting in this classic here. I mentioned the loss to Rossview yesterday. They won earlier today 3-1. It's been about the pitching and defense as the 2-2 is sent up way up into the air. Booth, he's usually a shortstop when he's not pitching. He goes into foul territory and makes the catch. Fallon battles, but ultimately does go down. And Alec Wilson will stride in, looking to become the game's first base runner. Upperman, the road team, they lost the coin toss, so they bat first, which could have been good if you can get a quick start, but so far that hasn't happened. The righty Wilson stands in against Braden Booth. First pitch fastball, he fouls it back, 0-1. 92 miles an hour on the gun with the fastballs from Booth. 84 miles an hour on the curveball. And how good of a player is he as the pitch misses low and outside? I look to the tent behind, and I see several people writing down notes. Those are scouts. I see 3 guys holding up radar guns as that pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2. He commands attention. It's part of why Upperman's here. They want to be challenged by the best. They're getting that here in game number 1 today. 1-2 to Wilson. That one bounces in 2-2. Booth will walk people fairly frequently, but he's able to get out of it by just throwing gas by him and mixing up the pitches for strikeouts. He may walk a couple in a row, and then he'll strike out the next 3. 2-2. Called. Strike 3 on the breaking ball, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Braden Booth, who looks as good as advertised through 1/2 inning. Caden Shanks will look to match when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant. You're watching it on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Upperman going to their ace to try to match Bob Jones's ace. Caden Shanks on the mound. He's been very good so far this season, boasting a .93 earned run average through 4 appearances. He's a 3-0 record. This is his 4th start. He also has a save, so he's either won every game he's pitched in or saved it. Through 15 innings pitched, he's allowed just 2 earned runs, 27 strikeouts to 10 walks. He's allowed 4 hits, and they will need his best as he will face a powerful lineup. And the Bob Jones Patriots, Jacob Pearl, he's the Montevallo commit. He stands in. Down the lineup, Pearl, then Booth, who's a Mississippi State commit, then Gresham Baker, who's a Bevel State commit, and then back in the 6th hole is Dylan Atkins, who's a Tennessee commit. It's the first pitch from Caden Shanks, misses for ball 1, 1-0. It's Pearl, Booth, Baker, then Zach Johnson, Reese Cato, Dylan Atkins, Robert Chapman, as this one is turned on into right field. Holroyd has to go way back for it, and it one hops over the fence for an automatic double. It's a ground rule double to lead off the game for Jacob Pearl, and Bob Jones, whose offense has not been in rhythm early in this classic, has a fast start with the runner at second. And here comes Braden Booth, their best player, to stand in here with a runner at second and nobody out. Dylan Atkins, then Robert Chapman, as I mentioned, Vincent Howell, and Tanner Hermish round out the batting order today for Bob Jones. Not batting is the center fielder, Mason Reinhardt. He's being hit for by Howell. Quick trip out here for rookie Allison. Has a word with Caden Shanks. Now Shanks has to go out of the stretch. There's lots of speed out there with Jacob Pearl at second base. First pitch breaking ball, and it hit him on the arm plate, so not a good start for Upperman defensively. His runners at first and second with nobody out. It'll bring up Gresham Baker, the third baseman. He's committed to Bevel State. And there's going to be a courtesy runner out for the pitcher. For Shanks, just going to find a way to settle in here, record some outs, be all right. Runners at first and second after the leadoff ground rule double and a batter hit by a pitch. Shanks just 3 pitches in. Checks back, no showing bunt. It bounces, but a good job by rookie Allison to dig it. Upperman in the field comes out like this. Catching the balls and strikes is the junior rookie Allison. Alec Wilson at first, Braden Green at second. Juju Yano, who pitched the complete game yesterday, gets the start at shortstop. Chris Worsing is at third. Out in left field, Evan Huddleston, Carson Holroyd in right. And as usual, manning center is Justin Fallon. Shanks looking to throw strikes. Bunt is shown again. This time it went off of the helmet of rookie Allison, and both runners will move over on the wild pitch is how that one will be ruled. Pass ball, yeah, I agree with that one. It's going to be a pass ball. Runners at second and third, live on the main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and we're on X right now, on Twitter. On the Upper Cumberland Reporter Twitter feed, Caden Shanks misses upstairs, and now he's behind the count 3-0. And right now, you're facing a great lineup, but you got to find a way to throw strikes if you're Caden Shanks. A lot of noise out of that Bob Jones dugout. Here comes the 3-0 pitch fastball. That one gets the call, 3-1. We've seen it so far for Booth, and now for Shanks. It's a tall zone. They're giving them to him up at the waist and a little bit above. Booth was able to pound that spot. Shanks with a 3-1 home. That fastball is laced out into right field. It's going to be down for a base hit. One hops to Carson Holroyd, and they will hold the stop sign up. Runner going to take off towards second. That's heads-up base running as he advances on the throw. It's 1-0 Bob Jones. Pearl comes across to score. The courtesy runner moves to third, and Baker goes over to second on the throw after the single. And it's a dream start for the Patriots. Not ideal if you're an Upperman fan. Still 2 in scoring position in a 1-0 ball game. And you're facing a pitcher on the other side who's allowed 1 run all season. Shanks kicks and deals. That breaking ball hit him in the back. Bases loaded now, and it may be time for a visit from Coach Dronebarger. You got a senior pitcher out there on the mound. Wyatt Curtis available to throw if Shanks gets into trouble. Right now it's bases loaded, nobody out, already 1 across for Bob Jones. This qualifies as trouble. Another runner goes out, this time for the catcher Johnson. Reese Cato, the first baseman, he's uncommitted, one of the few in the lineup. Stands in here, Caden Shanks trying to settle in on the bump. There's a big drop-off production-wise once you get past the top 4 in this lineup. There's a revved-up fastball that misses outside for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 from Shanks. There's a fastball, misses outside. Now behind in the count, 2 balls, no strikes for Shanks. He's thrown 11 pitches, just 4 of them have been strikes, and 2 of them got laced out into the outfield for hits. A 2-0 pitch, misses. 3 balls, no strikes, and a 1-0 ball game. Bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning. The Bees get Prattville next out of Alabama. That's on a different field, so we'll have to jog over. 3-0 misses, ball 4, and 2-0 Bob Jones still with the bases loaded. 4-pitch walk there. You heard Coach Shanks and the Turf Masters keys to the game. Said, what do you have to do to win? He said, be perfect. That's gone out the window already. Bases loaded, 2 across already. That brings up Dylan Atkins, the Tennessee commit. First pitch from Shanks is another ball. Cannot find the zone right now as it's 1-0. From Shanks. Delivers home, good pitch. That's across for a strike as the ball comes flying in from another field. And the umpire says, thanks. We'll keep that right there in the pocket. Bases loaded here. See if that strike settled in Caden Shanks. And he steps off the mound here. Still just 2-0. A lot of baseball to be played, but you got to stop the bleeding quickly. Can't allow a huge number to be put on the scoreboard in the first inning. 1-1. Good pitch. That one's fouled out. It's 1-2. I think there's another ball on the field out in right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Shanks looking for the first Birdie's Lounge strikeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shanks out of the full windup. Delivers home. Breaking ball. This one right at Alec Wilson. He'll tag the bag for a double play. And that's a big one for the Bees defensively. A liner right at Alec Wilson. They turn 2, and now it's 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. See if that calms things down a little bit. Robert Chapman, the 7-hole hitter. If you're able to get out of this with only 2 across, you got a chance. They need to stop the bleeding right here. Even 3 across, you could be okay. First pitch from Shanks. This one hit over towards Juju Yano. Hopefully the arm's okay. He loads up, throw to first in time for the out. And that's a good bounce back by Upperman. Bob Jones usually houses people in those situations. Not today. We'll head to the second. It's 2-0. Coverage of this game in Hoover, Alabama is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Upperman in an early hole. They trail 2-0, but it could have been much worse. It was 2-0 with the bases loaded and nobody out. And a double play turned on a liner over to Alec Wilson. And then a ground out got him out of the inning. But Braden Booth has run support, and Upperman will have to do what nobody else has done to him all year. Scored at least 2 runs. As Chris Worsing, Juju Yano, and Rookie Allison due up in this half inning. Chris Worsing, he's having a great season in his freshman campaign. Leads the team in average by over 50 points, batting .419. He's got 13 hits, 5 RBIs. He's worked 4 walks, struck out just 3 times. He has 3 doubles to go along with it. Impressive freshman, and he's looking to jumpstart something here for an Upperman team that went down quickly. 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts against the Mississippi State signee, Braden Booth, in the top half of the first inning. Bob Jones, the 5th-ranked team in the country, 24-5. Game number 30 of the campaign. First pitch off speed. We mentioned Booth. He's touching 92 with the fastball. The changeup comes all the way down into the upper 70s. He delivers home the 0-1. Fastball. This one hit right to him, and he flashes the leather. Robs a hit from Chris Worsing. And mentioned he's usually a shortstop. He shows off the ability there as he flashes the glove out for the first out. Worsing barreled it up. It was going to go into center field for a single, and Booth robbed him. Here comes Juju Yano striding in, the hero of yesterday, batting .321 on the campaign this year. He's worked 11 walks on the year. That's an impressive number. First pitch swinging here on the fastball comes up empty, 0-1. Booth, he can throw free and easy with that 2-run lead. Upperman trying to put some pressure on. Here comes the 0-1. That one bounces a good 3 feet in front of the plate. 1-1. Upperman got the gold jerseys on with the black letters and numbers outlined in white trim. Sweet uniform combo. Comes the 1-1 in from Booth. That one misses low. 2-1 for Juju Yano. Rookie Allison is on deck. The lower half of the order has been good for Upperman this year. They'll need it to be today. 2-1, that one. Check swing, and he didn't go at it. Well, they will appeal down. He didn't go. Umpire's not even looking. And he says he didn't go. 3-1. Umpire was looking around. He definitely didn't go. And now hitter's count here for Juju Yano, trying to become the first base runner of the game for Upperman. Braden Booth, he loves to go with the heat here. Shakes off the first pitch. There is that heat right across for a strike. That was a little breaking ball, actually. The slider, 3-2. And now we run full. He's looking for punch out number 3. Yano wants to reach. That pitch sent over towards the shortstop. Fields it cleanly. Loads up. The throw to first is in time to beat Juju Yano by a step. And Braden Booth has retired the first 5 Bs that he's faced. Rookie Allison will try and change that. Batting .259 on the campaign. It's ticking up a little bit here recently. In the last 4 games, he's batting .625. So after a very slow start, Rookie Allison has gotten it working at the plate. He's back up into the 6th spot last couple of days. First pitch is right there across for a strike, 0-1. And that's been the key for Booth. With the exception of that last AB, he's been ahead in every count. There are lots of cameras and radar guns pointed at Braden Booth to our left. Here comes the 0-1 to Allison. That one didn't come out clean at all, 1-1, and that gets a little cheer from the Upperman dugout. Here on a Friday afternoon. First of 2 for the Bees. Here comes the 1-1. And Rookie Allison all out of sorts on that one. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Late decision to swing, and that gets the Bob Jones dugout alive. And now he'll have to battle. Booth, look out for the heat here. There it is, and he got him. Strike three. The third punch out for Braden Booth. He's 6 up, 6 down through the Upperman order, and they'll look to extend their 2-0 lead when we come back. Coverage of this game in Hoover is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
So 8-9-1 due up here for the Bob Jones Patriots in Hoover. As Caden Shanks going back to work. It was a rough start, just couldn't find the zone, and when he did, Bob Jones was turning on it, but then a double play turned and a ground out got him out of danger. It was 2-0 with the bases loaded and nobody out. It remained 2-0, but the way Braden Booth is throwing, you can't allow anything else to come across, and then you're going to need some things to go your way if you're the Bees, as they face one of the top teams in the nation. It is the best team they faced all year. It will be the best team they faced all year, bar none, even if they go all the way to a state championship game in the 3A classification. All respect to Tennessee High and Greenville. They are not as good as this Bob Jones team is, especially with Braden Booth on the mound. See if Shanks can dial it in here in inning number 2. He threw 17 pitches in the first inning. Upperman does have their full complement outside of Juju Yano available today and tomorrow. That's very helpful as a credit to Juju and what he did on the mound a day ago. Could see Alec Wilson start game number 2 against Prattville. First pitch of the inning is a fastball across, missed just a hair upstairs and in, 1-0. That one had some good life on it from Caden Shanks, the Lipscomb signee. 1-0, that one swung on, foul tipped into the mid, 1-1. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. I'm sure it's a very partisan crowd. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Share the stream. 1-1, fastball, that one misses. 2-1. We're live on the main Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter feed. As the 2-1 from Shanks misses upstairs again and goes behind 3-1. One walk so far for Shanks. The designated hitter, Vincent Howell, is at the plate. He's the 8-hole hitter. And it goes to Tanner Hamish, and the lineup turns over for Jacob Pearl. Shanks with a look in. 3-1 coming home, misses ball 4, and it's a 5-pitch walk to open up the bottom half of the second. And there's been traffic all over the base paths for Bob Jones. Tanner Hamish will step in. Hamish, he's the shortstop. Jacob Pearl on deck, and Bob Jones threatening already again with a 2-0 lead. Lots of noise out of that Patriots dugout. Shanks delivers a fastball. Misses a tick upstairs. There's been a lot missing up right now for Shanks. It's a 1-0. Shanks kicks and deals that one. Brought it down, but it missed low. 2-0. Struggling to find the zone a little bit right now. 24 pitches, just 8 strikes. And when he has found the zone, they've made good contact. 2-0. This one sent way up into the air in foul territory, out of play. 2-1. It's a patient lineup. Mentioned they've already got some signature wins on their season, none bigger than beating IMG Academy in impressive fashion by 6 runs, I believe. Shanks out of the stretch. The 2-1. Breaking ball didn't come out clean. Big bounce and allows the runner to move over to second on the wild pitch. So Howell goes into scoring position, and just looks like Caden Shanks isn't comfortable right now out there on the mound. And I wonder at what point you may just say, okay, it's not your day, that's all right, and make a move to potentially a Wyatt Curtis. 3-1. Misses. Back-to-back walks to the 8 and 9 hitters in the order, and now the table is set for Jacob Pearl, who led off the game with a ground rule double. One hopped over the right field fence. He strides in here for attempt number 2 in inning number 2. Shanks with a couple of looks back out of the stretch. First pitch bounces. Allison does a nice job to block it. 1-0. One-0 count here. 2 runners on, nobody out after 2 walks to lead off the second. Not close. 2-0. Throwing behind is Allison. We've seen him get several people with that this year, but back in time was Howell. 2-0. Shanks just trying to get a strike across here. Didn't get it. 3-0 now. 2-0 ball game. Bob Jones threatening to break it open here in the second. Trying to get another bases loaded situation potentially. Shanks delivers home. That one gets the call with a fastball. 3-1. Howell reached on a walk. Then Hermish did the same, and now Pearl is at the plate. Shanks with the 3-1 coming home. That one is barreled up right at Braden Green and gets over the glove into the outfield. Fallon ranges up to it as a run will score for Jacob Pearl. I think that's going to be ruled as a hit for Pearl as it one hopped over. It would have been a tough play for Braden Green to make. Official scorekeeper Jeff Goolsby and I are going to go with a hit on that one. An RBI for Jacob Pearl. And now, Upperman, that danger red light blaring. Howell came around to score. Hermish is over at third. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and it's Braden Booth at the plate. He was hit by a pitch. The first one that he saw hit him in the elbow pad. First pitch is a fastball. Good one across at the knees for a strike from Shanks. 0-1. Runner takes off towards second. It gets away from Allison. Now the run will come across to score on the wild pitch. Pearl throws behind him over to Yano, and he's going to advance over to third on the throw, and you're seeing why Bob Jones is ranked where they are as they have a 4-0 lead, and they are toying around the base paths right now. Runner scores on the wild pitch. Pearl advances over to third on the throw, and it's 4-0. And it's a 1-1 count here to Braden Booth. Shanks deals home. Big swing and a miss on that one, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. That's the best pitch Caden Shanks has thrown so far. One and two. Shanks kicks and deals. This one's sent over, and it's going to get through for an RBI for Braden Booth, and Upperman in trouble as it's 5-0 with still nobody out. And right now, that's a lonely place to be, out on the mound, where the team's starting to tee off. Gresham Baker, the Bevel State commit, is going to step in. He's singled. 5-0, Bob Jones. Still just in the bottom of the second with nobody out. Throw over from Shanks. He's got one of the best pickoff moves in the game. Back in time was the runner. Booth has the courtesy runner back out there for him. Runner takes off. Got a great jump and no throw from rookie Allison. That'll be a stolen base for the courtesy runner. And it's a carousel right now out there in the base paths for Bob Jones. Shanks with a glance back towards second. 1-0 breaking ball. Good pitch across for a strike. 1-1. Right now, the 5th-ranked team in the country looks as good as advertised, especially with their ace on the mound working clean. 5-0 already. Shanks with a quick pitch. That breaking ball He offered at it. It's a strike. 1-2. Looking to record an out here. Caden Shanks. Jacks back towards second. Now comes home, breaking ball, hit him in the back. Second batter hit by a pitch, and runners at first and second. Here comes Coach Dronebarger to have a word with his senior pitcher. Struggling just a little bit here in inning number 2 against one of the top teams in the nation. Ricky Allison going to go out and join this discussion. Upperman has everybody available if they want them in this game. They can go to Curtis. They could go to Chris Worsing. They can go to Justin Fallon. They can go with anybody, even people you wouldn't expect. They can go with Rookie Allison as well. But right now, they got to find a way to stop the bleeding, trailing 5-0, and runners at first and second after another batter was hit by a pitch. This is a long discussion as everybody has gone out to join Coach Dronebarger there on the mound. And now he'll retreat back to the dugout. It's house money, though, for Upperman. If they won this game, it'd be incredible. If they don't, no one's really going to blink. You're facing off against a team better than anybody in your classification. But right now, that team looks very good. Cleanup hitter, Zach Johnson. He was hit by a pitch and ultimately left stranded on the base paths in the first inning, trying to do some more damage. Runners take off. Allison throws to second. Yano isn't quite able to get the tag down as it brought him too far to the right, and both runners advance over on the double steal. Runners at second and third with nobody out. It's a 1-0 count here. Shanks to Johnson. This one's chopped over towards Juju Yano. He's going to throw to third to get the lead runner. The tag is down. That's a smart play by Juju Yano as the run does come across to score on the fielder's choice. Johnson reaches first. They get the lead runner, though. Booth's runner scores across. Baker is thrown out. And now to bring up Reese Cato in a 6-0 ball game. Another runner going to come out this time for the catcher, Zach Johnson. Really good play, heads-up play by Juju Yano. It was an easier throw even to go over to the third, and Worsing right there for the tag. Now a pickoff move. It was close, but no cigar. Lead over there at first for the runner. Shanks now throws back again. Tag is down, not in time. That one was a little closer. Upperman does get the first out of the inning after 4 runs have already come across. First pitch, good one. A fastball for a strike. 0-1. Rookie Allison may entertain throwing down to first towards that runner who's bouncing way off the base paths. And now another throw from Shanks, trying to catch him asleep at the wheel. It's not like Major League Baseball where you only have 2 throws over before it's a free base. You can go as many times as you want. Shanks, as the runner gets a late jump. Breaking ball is a strike throw in from Allison, not in time. It's another stolen base for the Patriots. Ahead 0-2 goes Caden Shanks on a good breaking ball. He's thrown 47 pitches through 1 1/3 innings. Shanks with a look back towards second a couple of times. Now comes home with the 0-2, revved up the heater, missed outside, 1-2. Big deep breath for the senior on the mound, right-hander. Looking for a punch out. 1-2 coming home, breaking ball. This one's chopped foul, and we'll do it again. That's a good battle swing by Reese Cato. Upperman now would have to do something nobody else has done, and that is tag up Braden Booth on the mound if they want a chance in this one. Look back at second again. Now there's the throw. It's a good one, and the tag is in time. Caught him. Pickoff move, pickoff move, pickoff move, and it finally took the one at second to record the second out. Good tag from Yano on a good throw from Caden Shanks. And now Reese Cato with a 1-2 count, trying to extend the inning. Now time going to be called here by Cato. He steps out. Shanks delivers home the 1-2 breaking ball. This one grounded over right at Alec Wilson for the 3 unassisted, and that will retire the side. But the damage is done. 4 more across for the Patriots as they take a 6-0 lead. 7-8-9 due up for the Bees when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
7-8-9 due up for the Bees, trying to become the first base runners against Braden Booth, the Mississippi State commit signee who's looked every bit as good as advertised so far, and he's got a bunch of run support in a 6-0 ball game through 2 innings here in Hoover. We're presented tonight by Nick's Restaurant. Nick's Restaurant has been family-owned and operated in the Upper Cumberland for over 50 years, located just off Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. A delicious spot for prime rib, steak, seafood, chicken, and more. And, of course, round out your meal with ice cream pie. If you're having a banquet, team event, anything that you need, a little bit of a larger table, somebody who can handle that, Nick's Restaurant, perfect place for it right there in the heart of Cookeville. As Carson Shoup stands in, the designated hitter against Booth. First pitch bounces in for a ball, 1-0. Shoup awaits the 1-0. There's the fastball. Misses a tick low. 2-0. Good take there by Carson Shoup. Pitch comes in to Shoup. Big swing and a miss. Probably swung at ball 3, but it looked good to hit. It's 2-1. The mix of pitches makes it really hard to be sitting on something. The 2-1 is a good pitch. Called strike 2-2. Shoup, Green, Huddleston due up. Again, that was that high spot. It's been a strike both ways, though, just above the waist. He's been calling it a strike. 2-2, and he went offering at that one in the dirt for strike 3. It's the 4th punch out for Braden Booth through just 7 hitters faced. Braden Green, the second baseman, will look to solve him as he steps in for the first time. Green awaits the first pitch coming home, a fastball. That one's across at the knees for a strike. And he's been ahead all day long, making quick work of these Upperman hitters. Booth says no a couple of times, 3 times now, and Braden Green says, no, we'll wait. The 0-1, that one misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Good take there by Green. Puts a swing on this one, sends it way up into the air in foul territory. Third baseman trying to find it in the sunlight and does for the second out. 8 up, 8 down so far for Upperman. Evan Huddleston will try to change that as he steps in at the 9-hole. Booth delivers home, first pitch swinging here for Huddleston, chops it foul. Opening day for the only team that matters, the Atlanta Braves. Tied up at 0 in the 3rd inning with the Phillies. Here comes the 0-1 pitch home. This one's chopped back foul. Quickly ahead 0-2 goes Braden Booth, looking to make it a clean sweep through the lineup the first time through. 0-2 pitch coming home. That one did not come out clean at all. And looking down at his hand is Booth. I wonder if he's got something going on there as it's 1-2 now. He's trying to shake it off. He's still looking down there. Not sure what quite happened there. Hangnail got him. Booth The 1-2 home. This one swung on and missed. Strike three. Braden Booth has gone 9 up, 9 down. First time through the Upperman order. Caden Shanks back to work when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Caden Shanks back to work against this explosive Bob Jones Patriots lineup. It is 6-7-8 due up in this half inning. They've already brought 6 runs across, and Upperman has yet to have a base runner. Braden Booth, perfect through 3 innings. And if you believe in the announcer jinx like I do, Braden Booth is perfect through 3 innings. Braden Booth is perfect through 3 innings, and Braden Booth is perfect through 3 innings. Caden Shanks back to work here for Upperman. Dylan Adkins, the Tennessee signee who lined into a double play back in the first inning, will stand in for attempt number 2. That's worked before. Last year, Upperman won a game after I did that, so we'll see. Why not? Worth a shot. Also, Caden Shanks has not worked a 1-2-3 inning. Caden Shanks has not worked a 1-2-3 inning, and Caden Shanks has not worked a 1-2-3 inning. First pitch is across for strike 1 at 0-1. 0-1, that's a sick off-speed pitch. 0-2, he goes ahead. This is the first time tonight that Shanks is ahead 0-2. The ball comes flying in just as he's starting to catch a rhythm. That's how it's gone so far. That looking for a punch out. Shanks delivers home a fastball. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Don't forget, another game coming up next. It'll be in a new stream. We got to change fields as Upperman takes on Prattville out of Alabama. That is a much different matchup. Much more winnable on the board. As the 0-2, this one swung on right to him. Shanks flashes the leather and makes the easy throw to first. And for the first time, the leadoff hitter goes down for Bob Jones. Robert Chapman will stride in. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out so far. We mentioned just statistically there's a ginormous drop-off from the top 4 in this order to the bottom 5. And we've seen that already a little bit today. There's been production, but the top 4 have all reached every time. The bottom 5, you've got some line outs, some ground outs, a couple of walks, but much less hard-hit baseballs. So Chapman's going to stride in here. First pitch from Shanks is a fastball. This one sent way up into the air in foul territory. 0-1. All of a sudden, just took about 50 pitches or so. Caden Shanks starting to throw in there. Looking to continue. The 0-1. And there's your announcer jinx as that one hit the umpire right on the arm. And that part is not protected by anything. And we will call time. Rookie Allison go out and have a word with Caden Shanks. Take his time a little bit. And he's feeling something there on that left arm. It may have hit the elbow. And he's trying to play it off right now, but I think he's in some significant pain here. To the point where they're actually looking for something. I don't know if it's an ice pack, water, or something to pour on it, what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that does not feel good. You're not ready for it either. It all of a sudden just comes in and connects you right on the elbow, the arm somewhere in there, but he's going to be all right. I think they're looking for cold water to maybe pour on it. Stretch it out a little bit. He's all right. It's a 1-1 count here for Robert Chapman. Caden Shanks, if nothing else, he's a competitor. He's going to battle in there, and that pitch gets in and hits him on the arm. So Chapman going to reach first. It'll be the third batter hit in this game so far. Vincent Howell reached on a walk to start the second. He'll stride in with a runner at first and nobody out. Or one out, rather, I should say, after the round out to open up the frame. Chapman, he's got speed out there. They've been all over the base path so far. Shanks throws over to first. He's also caught a runner with a pickoff move. Rookie Allison, we know he can catch you stealing, but they've had some great jumps. Shanks comes home, runner stays put. This one's fouled out of play, 0-1. 56 pitches now for Caden Shanks. Upperman's they've got a game later on against Prattville and then a game against a really good Hoover team tomorrow as well. So the longer you can go, especially now a 6-0 ball game, yeah, you want to battle back and win it, but you know the situation. If you can keep your arms fresher, that could help you out in those coming couple of games. Pitch misses upstairs. Then we mentioned yesterday, it's a long layup. First time all year there's been a significant break in the schedule for Upperman. They don't play again until next Friday when they welcome in another powerhouse, Baylor, coming to town. 1-1 fastball. This one sent out hard hit in the left field, but at Evan Huddleston, who is under it and makes the grab for the second out. Certainly appears. He hasn't been perfect, but Caden Shanks is settling in a little bit out there. As Tanner Hermish going to stride in. He's walked in his first appearance, came around to score. Runner at first with 2 outs. Again, the throw over from Shanks. It was a healthy lead. He kind of looked back, started to act like he was looking forward, and quickly ripped it back around, trying to catch the runner. And he throws over again. Make him dive in there, and the left fielder tire him out. Chapman does take off. Fastball is in. Allison with a great throw down. Yano with the tag in time to catch the runner stealing. Rookie Allison with a great throw down. Yano with a great tag as well. And the first goose egg put up on the scoreboard by the Upperman defense. We'll head to the middle frames. It's still 6-0 Bob Jones. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Second time through the lineup. Upperman hopes that means more success. Braden Booth, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like one of the best high school pitchers I've seen, but there's the base hit, and it's Caden Shanks who sends it over into right field. The perfect game's over. You're welcome for the announcer jinx as Caden Shanks jumps on the first pitch of the inning, and Justin Fallon will stride in trying to do some damage now. And we have seen this a lot this year. Second time through the lineups when Upperman's done some significant damage. Second and third time through against the same pitchers. Of course, this is a new level with Booth out there, but you have seen it already. And out of the stretch for the first time, Booth kicks and deals. That pitch gets the called strike again. It's one of those, it's kind of dipping across the belt line as it drops in. It's been a called strike. Throw over, Shanks back in time. He's always a threat to steal, but there's a really good catcher, Zach Johnson. He's caught a ton of runner stealing so far this year. Fallon, and an 0-1 count. Pitch comes in, big swing and a miss on that one. He goes behind 0-2, and this is where Booth wants to be. He can mix it up, throw whatever he wants. Throw over again, Shanks back in time. Booth, he looks the part. Sometimes you get these Power 5 commits and you say, I don't really see it. You see it with this kid. 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, and there it is again. 3-pitch strikeout. Alec Wilson will stride in. He struck out looking to end the first inning. Second time in with a runner at first and 1 out. The big development, though, Upperman, they were able to put a 0 on the board. Shanks started throwing some more strikes. And then rookie Allison did what he did. Caught a runner stealing. That's what he does each and every game. Booth fires over towards Shanks. He's back in time again. And now we have a stoppage as I think a ball has flown in, or not sure if it's a ball or the gate opened up back there. It was the gate. The wind knocked the gate open on the back of the field. So left fielder going to go out and close it. Clarksville in action behind us. They got a win last night. Several teams from around the state here. Farragut is here, of course, for a powerhouse there. Rossview is here. Pitch coming into Wilson. Misses low for a ball, 1-0. Down 6-0. Wouldn't stun me if you see Caden Shanks try to take off. It's going to be a tough to steal it, but why not? And now time going to be called by Alec Wilson, and that's just good by the junior. He's got a high baseball IQ. Booth is in a rhythm. Wait till the last second. Try to knock him out of it just a little bit, make him think. Chris Worsing on deck. He had the hardest hit ball, but it went right at Booth, who flashed the leather. 1-0. This one's barreled out of play. Foul, 1-1. 1-1 with 1 out here after the leadoff single by Caden Shanks, and then the strikeout to follow. Throw over again. Shanks back in plenty of time. It's a sign of respect that teams have for Upperman that this team saved their ace for him as the pitch misses outside of the off speed. 2-1. Booth has been available in all their games so far, and he hadn't thrown. They saved him for this one. But the unfortunate part for Upperman is they have to face this guy on the mound. 2-1. Booth delivers that one. Oh, my goodness. That was at the belly button. Called a strike, 2-2. If that's a strike for this kid, you might as well pack it up and go home. Shanks takes his lead over there at first. I can't see inside out here, but I can see high-low. Shanks does take off the 2-2. He went swinging at that one to throw down, not in time. It's a domino stolen base for Caden Shanks. But Wilson goes down on the strikeout. That high cheese came in and tried to barrel it up. We saw him do that earlier on this week. He got around to it, but that was a lot harder velocity on that one. And now Chris Worsing stands in. He does have a runner in scoring position after the domino stolen base for Shanks. He's at second. Worsing lined out right up to the pitcher. We will have an abbreviated South Willow Auto Clinic postgame show. In fact, we may do it in the last half inning because we've got to pick up all our equipment and move it over to another field before Upperman takes on Prattville. Stick around for that. We will have a Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game as this one's sent over towards the shortstop who fields it. It's a high throw, and it barely able to tag Worsing for the out, and that will retire the side. But Upperman does get a base runner with the hit by Caden Shanks. We'll head to the bottom half. It's 6-0. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
SwallowsInsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate just listed this new construction home located in the Brookstone subdivision. With 2,075 square feet, 3 bedrooms, and large walk-in closets, the main level primary bedroom has one of the best features ever. In addition to the hallway access, you could access the laundry room through the closet in the bedroom. The kitchen also features an island, a pantry, and stainless steel appliances. All cabinets throughout the house are soft close and have granite countertops. For more information, call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581. Always ask for Sonia Brown. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to the worst place on earth, Alabama. As it's 6-0 right now. Bob Jones out in front on top of Upperman. Caden Shanks back to work. He worked a quick inning. He did hit one batter in the third, but caught stealing by rookie Allison, ground out in a fly out. 9-1-2 due up for the Patriots as they try to completely break it open. Upperman trying to avoid that. First pitch is a fastball in there for strike one from Caden Shanks. And you got to credit him. He's battled. It very easily could have been 9, 10, 11 nothing already by now. Another good pitch, that time an off-speed pitch, 0-2. Still looking for his first Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the game. What better time than now against the 9-hole hitter Tanner Hermish. Cold, strike three, got it with a Birdie's Lounge punch-out fastball at the knees. And it is the first strikeout of the game for Caden Shanks. And now here comes trouble as 1, 2, 3, the very difficult top four in the order. Jacob Pearl, he's 2 for 2 so far with a double and a single. He's got an RBI, and he's scored a couple of runs. First pitch into him, another good pitch for Shanks. It's 0-1. Caden Shanks battling here, trying to jumpstart something, see if he can kickstart the bats as well. Fastball there for strike two, 5 straight strikes thrown by Shanks. Looks in, Pearl takes his time. Shanks working quickly. Delivers on the 0-2. Breaking ball, fouled off. We'll do it again. Shanks kicks and deals. The 0-2 misses outside. 1-2. That one didn't come out clean. Shanks with the 1-2. Coming home here to Pearl. Fastball revved up on it, missed it. From 0-2, it's 2-2 now with Braden Booth, the ever-dangerous hitter, on deck. Dugout making a lot of noise. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Challenge him fastball. Fired by again. Back-to-back Birdie's Lounge strikeouts for Caden Shanks, who's getting better with time. Braden Booth strides in. He's been hit by a pitch so far. 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single and an RBI in the second. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch fastball. Must have missed outside. 1-0. It was 6-0 after 2. This one is swung on and sent foul. 1-1. Still 6-0 now through 3 2/3. So if nothing else, they have definitely slowed the bleeding down. But they're going to need some magic offensively. 1-1. Breaking ball. Good pitch. Didn't quite get it. 2-1. Two-1 fastball. Fouled out of play. Maybe. Shanks gave it chase. This may hit on top of us here. But there's a net above us, so won't quite get to us. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Shanks, trying to do something pretty impressive. Now it just came down and hit the other dugout. Home plate umpire, does he need some baseballs? What are we waiting on here? And Shanks, he's in rhythm right now. He doesn't need this long break. Yeah, they're out of baseballs. Now one comes flying in. Home plate umpire, we need him to get balls in between innings. Not now. 2-2 with 2 outs. Shanks against Booth. Number 1 against number 1. Fastball. Cold. Strike 3, but it tipped off the glove of rookie Allison, and Braden Booth's going to reach first base. So give the Birdies Lounge strikeout to Shanks, but he advances over on the pass ball. Tipped right off the glove of Allison, and that's not what you needed, as it was called strike 3. But the inning is extended. Gresham Baker's going to stride in. He's 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch and is singled so far. Courtesy runner out there for Booth. So Shanks has 3 strikeouts in the inning. He's going to need a 4th, though, to get out of this one, and that hurts because he's now at 73 pitches as well. First pitch, fastball, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. They had the out to retire the side, but we play on. Throw over to first, back in time as the runner. He's got caught stealing once. Shanks with a 1-0. Glances, delivers a foul ball back, 1-1. One here, throw over again, back in time the runner. Almost overslid the bag. Wilson kept that thing on him, but he held on. Another throw by Shanks. Take a lead at your own peril. The Bob Jones fans aren't happy about it. They can deal with it. 1-1. Argue with the wall. Shanks delivers a breaking ball. This one's fouled off, and he's looking on strikeout number 4 in the inning. 1-2. We saw yesterday they got a strikeout and then a runner caught stealing when they didn't need to for the 4th out. See if they can do something similar. The 1-2 swung on. This one sent up in the air. Foul. We'll do it again. Gresham Baker, the Bevel State commit, battling here against Caden Shanks, who's going to Lipscomb. The score shows you the story of the first 2 innings. The last 2 innings, much more of a dogfight. But because of the hole that they're in, everyone's going to need to work some magic at the plate especially. And now they're getting some baseballs in from the tent behind. Runner over there at first. Oh, if you all could hear the things that I hear sitting in grandstands and in press boxes, especially with this team. 1-2. Shanks glances over. Big lead at first. Runner takes off. This one's barreled up. Braden Green can't get it. That one's going to be an error. Runner around second, heading to third. Holroyd's got to get there. They're setting for the plate. He won't get there, and a run will score on the error. So you had the strikeout to retire the side. You have the ground out, and instead in 7-0, and there's still a runner in scoring position for Zach Johnson, one of the best hitters in the order. Baker comes around to score on the error. Or pardon me, Booth's runner comes around to score on the error. Baker is over there at second. And now Shanks has to battle. Delivers in. This one's flared over. Green been able to get there in time to retire the side. The damage is done, though. They add one more as we head to the 5th. It's 7-0. Bob Jones, Upperman, looking for a rally. Coverage of this game presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Celebrate, raise your glass up high. Gonna celebrate.
Welcome back to the center of Hades, Alabama, as it's 7-0 out in front. Bob Jones over the Bees. They got one run across on an error, an unearned run in the bottom half of the fourth. Due up in this half inning for Upperman is going to be 5, 6, 7. Juju Yano, Rookie Allison, and Carson Shoup. I'm just trying to outdo myself every time we come back now. Go Vols. It's a shame. This is a beautiful complex that it just happens to be in literally the worst place ever. I mean, this place, Gainesville, Florida, 1A, 1B, just horrible. If you actually smell deeply, you can smell the trash heap known as Tuscaloosa as we sit here at this ballpark. Juju Yano strides it. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out so far. See, it's funny, but I'm not kidding. I hate Alabama. I don't care who knows it. That's fine. And the people who own Nick's Restaurant hate Alabama too, so I'm in a good spot. First pitch swinging here for Yano. He sends this one deep into right field, giving chase way back, and that's one down into the fence. Juju Yano with a leadoff South Willow Auto Clinic double. Barrels up that one into right field. And Rookie Allison will try to bring home the game's first run for Upperman. Braden Booth back to work here in inning number 5. Just the second hit he surrendered, but back-to-back leadoff hits for the Bees, and Juju Yano tallies double number 2 of the campaign for him. Mentioned he's third on the team in average. That'll help him out just a little bit there as well. Rookie Allison, he struck out swinging in the first plate appearance. Booth delivers in. First pitch swinging here for Allison. This one's sent out of play. That was a different baseball that just flew in. 0-1. And it appears to me that there's been a swing adjustment for Upperman. They are much more aggressive at the plate the last couple of frames. If you're going to go down, you may as well go down taking healthy hacks because Booth is pounding the zone. He's been all around it, so you might as well swing for it. It may look silly a couple of times, but you also may barrel something up like Yano just did. And there's another big cut from Allison. He's behind the count 0-2, but why not? You're down 7-0. He's striking out everybody. Go swing the bat. Yano takes his lead at second. Booth going to turn back. Nobody covering the bag, so Juju kind of bounces over there to it. Glance back towards Allison. Breaking ball misses. A good job to lay off of it. It's 1-2. Part of this junior core, Rookie Allison, Juju Yano, Alec Wilson, Justin Fallon. The list goes on and on. 1-2. Fastball up. Allison sends it over foul down the third base line, and it'll hit on top of the Bob Jones dugout. They are 24-5 on the campaign. We mentioned early, they start playing in Alabama much earlier, early in February, so they have more games in, but they were the first team in the country, we believe, to get to 20 victories. When you got an ace like they do on the mound, you can see why. Power 5 signees. Lots of NAIA and JUCO interest as well. 1-2 to Allison, and he's battling. 52 pitches, so there's no trouble on the pitch count for Booth. That'd be the one thing that would help you out if you're Upperman. You could chase him out of the game, but he's nowhere close. He pitches complete games pretty regularly. 1-2. This one sent out into left field. Hard hit, and it's going to be down for a hit. Runner heading for the plate. Never mind. He's going to hold him. That's a great hold there, but now Rookie Allison slid over. It'll be a rundown. They're going to try to put the pressure on, and this is going to allow Juju Yano to score. Allison dodges the tag. Oh, no, he did not tag him. He called him out, but he did not tag him. That is a bad call out there at second. It's going to be a run coming across to score for Upperman as they are on the board 7-1. There is no chance on this planet. He was not tagged out there at second. The umpire had a bad angle on it, and Wes Shanks is talking to him about it. He went out of the baseline. He dodged it, diving down. Wes Shanks isn't happy, and I don't blame him. That was a hard-hit ball to be a single for Allison. That is a pretty poor call out there, and Rookie Allison has to go back to the dugout on a mistake by the umpire in a game where Upperman can't afford that to happen. Carson Shoup going to stride into the batter's box. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tough break for the Bees, but they do get a run. It's 7-1. Hard hit ball by Rookie Allison. And the umpire was in the wrong place again. There is no chance. I've played a lot of baseball, ladies and gentlemen. He did not tag Rookie Allison, and he was not out of the base pass. As that one bounces in 1-0. Next one misses, 2-0. And regardless, you got to credit Upperman. They have battled here. This very easily could have been run rule game over already. Caden Shanks has been really good on the mound, settling in. And now Carson Shoup's ahead 3-0. And the only bad taste in your mouth is this should be nobody out and a runner at second. And instead, you got the potential for a runner at first. Is there going to be a trip to the mound here for Bob Jones as the control has started to flee a little bit from Braden Booth. He's got the 7-hole hitter up, then Braden Green and Evan Huddleston. And the potential looming, if they could put a couple of more on the base paths, with Caden Shanks in the top of the order. And there's Matt Wilson with a nice wave to the crowd at home. We're having a good time out here in Hoover. I've run down Alabama enough for now. I'll do it again in a few minutes. But this is a beautiful complex, very nice part of town out here. Appreciate them having us out here. Love one of these places in the Upper Cumberland. We could host a billion travel ball tournaments at it. Booth with a 3-0 pitch coming here to Shoop. That one's across with a fastball for a strike. 3-1 now. Three and one. Shoop with a big swing, and just like that, a little discussion from the coach, and Booth looking like Braden Booth again, and he's working very quickly. 3-2. Maybe time to call time if you're Carson Shoop. Booth says no 5 times, and Carson Shoop does call time, and that's not an exaggeration. He shook his head no 5 times to different pitches. He has something that he wants to go to here. Big down to the head, yes. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Big response from Braden Booth, and that's the second out of the inning. Braden Green going to stride in and try to extend it here in the top of the 5th at a 6-run game. So from 3-0, he's sending stuff into the turf in front of the plate. He's able to rally back and get the punch out. That's the 8th strikeout so far through 4 2/3 for Braden Booth. First pitch into Green, he fouled it off of himself. He flew out in foul territory back in the 3rd inning, second appearance here. If the Bees can get one more good inning out of Caden Shanks, they're going to have a chance with the big bats to try and jumpstart a rally. That's a good pitch in, and quickly ahead, Booth goes 0-2. And after being down 3-0, he's now thrown 5 straight strikes. Here comes the 0-2 home. This one swung on and missed, strike 3, the 9th punch out for Braden Booth, and that will retire the side. But the Bees do get on the board. It's 7-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this gorgeous home on Cross Point Drive. Boasting 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with nearly 2,000 square feet, this home in the Prescott School District in Cookeville could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Caden Shanks back to work. He's thrown 78 pitches through 4 complete innings. And after a bit of a rough start, he has settled in nicely. He'll face off against 5, 6, 7 of this Bob Jones lineup. Upperman got a run back. So they are back within 6 runs. And they're going to have 9-1-2 due up in the 6th. So if they're going to have a rally, it's going to be soon. And if not, Bob Jones is working on win number 25 on the campaign. The Bees will be in action again in just a few moments after the conclusion of this game, about 4:30 or so. First pitch when they take on Prattville out of Alabama. Back on field 3 behind us. That's the field they won on yesterday. Cato stands in. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a ground out. First pitch is fouled off 0-1. And Caden Shanks, once he's settled in, he's looked like Caden Shanks again, mixing up the pitches, getting punch outs. He got 3 of them in the 4th inning. 0-1 breaking ball sent way up into the air. Evan Huddleston trying to find it, and now jogs up to it and makes the catch. for the first out. Even the run that they got in the fourth, it was unearned after an error in the field. Dylan Atkins, 0 for 2 today. As a Tennessee fan, don't love that stat line, but as the guy calling the Upperman game, it's a great stat line. First pitch in from Shanks. This one's sent, chopped up right to him. Shanks going to field it, flips over to first, and it's a quick 2 outs recorded here for the Lipscomb signee, Robert Chapman. He was hit by a pitch and has grounded out so far. He'll stand in again. You're seeing what we talked about earlier. There's a pretty significant drop between the top 4 and the bottom 5 in this Bob Jones lineup. Shanks has been able to capitalize here recently. First pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Mitch talked about the complex yesterday. 4 fields right here. They're all the same dimensions. It's the 1-0. This one's fouled back. And if you've seen Starplex in Murfreesboro, put that on steroids for a few years, you'd have this one. Add a few $1 million into it. Dimensions are big. 330 to the foul poles, 375 into the gaps, 400 to dead center field. 1-1. This one sent way up into the air. Carson Holroyd is under it in right field, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning worked by the Upperman Bees and Caden Shanks. We'll head to the 6th. The Bees looking for a rally with 9-1-2 due up. Coverage of this game in Hoover, Alabama is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
Evan Huddleston, Caden Shanks, Justin Fallon due up in this half inning for the Upperman Bees. Braden Booth starting to show a few cracks in the armor the last couple of frames, but he's got a comfortable lead to play with, 7-1 in the top of the 6th. If there's going to be a rally, it's going to start right now for Upperman. Huddleston 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And then you've got your best hitters in the order, Caden Shanks and Justin Fallon, coming up behind him. Booth, he's come down in miles per hour over the past couple of innings. He was in the low 90s, now he's in the upper 80s, so starting to wear out just a little bit potentially. 62 pitches, 44 of them have been strikes. Upperman's been a bit more aggressive at the plate as well as he pounded the strike zone. So you got to swing away. First pitch into Huddleston's a fastball, swings at it and misses for a ball or for a strike. 0-1. Booth, he knows what he wants to throw. He's not afraid to say no. That one pounces in, 1-1. Seven to 1. It was 6-0 after 2 innings. Since then, it's been a tie as Huddleston fouls this one off the edge of the bat, 1-2. But Coach Shanks said they had to be perfect. It's not been perfect so far. 1-2 pitch. This one swung on and fouled off. Evan Huddleston putting a battle together now. We'll do it again. Booth works quickly. Kicks and deals again. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another punch out for Braden Booth. It's his 3rd in a row. Caden Shanks is 1 for 2. He singled and stole a base back in the 4th inning. Struck out looking in the 1st. Steps in here as the lineup turns over with 1 out in the 6th. 10 punch outs for Braden Booth in this ball game. Not sure who Prattville is throwing. They won't be as good as Braden Booth as the first pitch misses away, 1-0. Again, says no 3 times, 4 times. Now likes the 5th call in. The 1-0, this one's fouled out of play, 1-1. Shanks, Fallon, Wilson, Worsing, all dangerous as we know. 1-1, that one bounces in and it caught the umpire, and he is taking a beating behind the plate today. And the catcher going to go out and have a discussion. Take your time, we're all good. He claps his hands together, he's all right. He took one on the elbow earlier, not sure exactly where that one hit. He's all right. 2-1, Shanks standing back in. Booth sends this one as Shanks sends it on around to left field, and that one's going to get down for a base hit. It jumps over the glove of the left fielder. Shanks rounds one, he'll head for 2. Just now to it. There goes Caden Shanks looking for 3, and he will pull in safely. Caden Shanks. Going to be a triple again for the all-time leader in triples at Upperman High School. Caden Shanks adds another one, and another run 90 feet away for Justin Fallon and company. That is triple number 4 of the year for Caden Shanks. He took an awkward hop. Give it to him. Justin Fallon trying to do some damage now. Booth kicks and deals. First pitch swinging for Fallon. Fouls it back 0-1. Just keep scraping runs across. Keep battling with one of the country's top teams. See what happens. Caden Shanks, he's got so much speed. As soon as that got past the left fielder, you knew he was going to third. 0-1, misses upstairs, 1-1 now as Booth up to 73 pitches. And that ratio is starting to separate a little bit between pitches and strikes. 1-1, misses upstairs, 2-1 now. Alec Wilson on deck, Justin Fallon trying to put a charge into something here and make it a little bit more interesting. 2-1, he swings at this one, over at the shortstop, fields it cleanly. He's got to make a good throw to first. He does, but the run comes across to score an RBI for Justin Fallon. And it's 7-2 now with 2 outs for Alec Wilson. So Fallon now 9 runs batted in. Wilson stands in here. And a very good point. As the first pitch in from Wilson, misses for a ball, 1-0. He had allowed 1 run all season entering today's game. He's allowed 2 today. So it's been a bunch of shutout victories for Bob Jones when he pitches. A lot of run rule victories. That is not the case right now. It's definitely not going to be a shutout as Wilson goes ahead 2-0 with Chris Worsing on deck. 2-0, big swing and a miss on that one, 2-1. Allowed 1 earned run through 30 in a third innings, or 31 in a third innings entering this game. Now he's allowed 2 in 5 2/3 today. That's a good pitch across. Deuce is wild. 2-2 with 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2 to Wilson. Breaking ball. Good job to lay off of it, and we run full now at 3-2. Looking for some 2-out magic. Alec Wilson. The 3-2 pitch. He sends this one into right field. It's down for a base hit. Alec Wilson barrels that one up chest high and sends it out into right. And Upperman now with a couple of hits in the inning. They got a runner at first and Chris Worsing, who leads the team in average, striding in. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out, but he's hit a couple of balls pretty hard. They're going to get a pinch runner out there, some more speed. I imagine this is going to be Collier Bush, and it is, as he emerges from the dugout. And 21 will come out and run for Wilson. And Chris Worsing trying to do something here, make it even more interesting. It's 7-2. The Bees up to 5 hits in the game. He allowed only 10 all season. First pitch misses low, and you're thinking, hey, that's not that long of a season. Yeah, it is. They're in their 30th game. It's been a long season already for Bob Jones. Upperman's in game number 12 as Bush is back in time off the good pickoff move. The Bees have won 4 in a row. All their losses, though, have come to really good teams. 2 out-of-state teams as the 1-0 misses upstairs. They throw behind and it gets away, and it's going to get to the outfield. Bush will take second on the throwing error. Slides in time, and now another runner in scoring position for Upperman. So that's going to be an E2 behind the plate. And it is a 2-0 count here to Chris Worsing. Giugiano, he's ripped a double. He's on deck. And if nothing else, Upperman is without a doubt competing with one of the nation's best teams. They'll need a lot to go their way to have a comeback victory, but they're showing they belong. The 2-0. That one misses upstairs to Worsing. 3-0, and Booth is starting to labor out there a little bit at 82 pitches. He revved up on that fastball. It missed upstairs at 93 on the gun, but it missed. 3-0 coming here to Worsing. Booth delivers. Goodness gracious. A ball that's 6 inches above the waist is called a strike. It's 3-1. I mean, my goodness, what are we doing here? Best pitcher in the nation. Doesn't need that call. Booth. Now a step back. Bush is bouncing around back there, back in plenty of time. Three and one. Booth comes into Worsing. That one. Oh, my goodness. Called a strike. It's at his chest. The clown music's about to get queued up here on the headset. That is ridiculous. That pitch was higher than the last one. It called a strike at 3-2. Now Booth. That one sent out by Worsing right at the second baseman with a tip of the cap to the home plate umpire. The side is retired, but Upperman gets a run back. It's 7-2 as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech.
Upperman gets one back in the top half as they make it 7-2. And we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Due up here is 8-9-1 for Bob Jones. Caden Shanks, he's really settled in. He's back to work on the mound. It's going to go dark for just a second as I change the input. You'll be able to hear me, though, as we go over to another input here on the device. It was doing that thing it did on Monday night where it started to glitch us out a little bit. Change it over and see if that could help us a little bit. Looks like it did. Caden Shanks mentioned the first 2 innings, 6 runs came across for Bob Jones. Since then, Upperman's actually outscored him 2-1, but it's a 7-inning game, not a 5-inning game, and that's exactly why it's still 7-2 in favor of the Patriots. They're from about 90 miles away in the Huntsville area. Upperman, 4 hours away. It's going to be Vincent Howell, I should say, first due up here for Bob Jones, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out and a walk. He did come around to score after that walk. we've got some changes in the field. Braden Green is out in left field. Chris Worsing is at second, and Carson Shoup is at third. So some changes around here for Upperman. Evan Huddleston moved over to right field from left. And Carson Holroyd checks out of the game. The 0-1, this one's chopped over. Juju Yano's going to come way up to grab it. Good transfer, though, and a throw over in time for Yano. And Caden Shanks has retired the last 5 batters that he's seen. And the one before that reached on an error, and before that he struck him out. So he has really been churning through. He struck out a batter, and then he reached on a pass ball. So Caden Shanks, he's been good. Tanner Hermish steps in, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. I shouldn't say that so quickly. Apparently there is no upstairs, as we found out in the top half of this frame. That pitch misses for a ball, 2-0. Next one, big swing and a miss. 2-1 here from Shanks. Currently sitting at 86 pitches. Here comes the 2-1. This one waved at and missed, and he evens up the count at 2, looking for his 4th Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the outing. Here comes the 2-2 pitch home. I mean, Braden Booth's got a wide strike zone. Caden Shanks has a tight strike zone. Now it's 3-2. Shanks kicks and deals. This one swung on. Shoup going to get work in. New third baseman loads up. The throw is offline for an error. Allows the runner to reach first. Second error of the game charged to Upperman defensively. It flips the lineup over for Jacob Pearl, the leadoff man in the order, who is 2 for 3 today. And Caden Shanks, he threw the pitch to get the punch out. He didn't get the call. And the end result is a runner at first. And there's going to be a pinch runner coming out here for Bob Jones. So Upperman changing it up defensively a little bit here. I mentioned they got another game coming up against Prattville, scheduled for a 4:30 first pitch. We'll have all the action again live. Also coming up on UCR2, Smith County against Livingston, 4 o'clock start time. Jacob and Rusty will have all the action there. His first pitch is a fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Pearl struck out swinging in his last plate appearance. Shanks over 90 pitches now. Couple of checks back. Now comes home with a fastball, misses low. 1-1. Shanks delivers in. That one had him chasing. He was sitting fastball, and it was not the fastball. 1-2. Pinch runner takes his lead at first. Wilson trying to hold him there. And there's the throw over. You can kind of sense it was coming. He's back in time. 1-2 count to Jacob Pearl. Braden Booth is on deck. Bob Jones looking to add on to some insurance. Upperman's going to have their last chance in the top half. 1-2 from Shanks. Missed outside with a fastball, 2-2. Shanks with a look back. Takes the 2-2 pitch. Apparently the only way you're going to strike him out is if he swings. 3-2. The squeeze job is on for the team that's not from Alabama. The 3-2 pitch. Runner takes off. This one's fouled up and out of play. We'll do it again. If you're Pearl, you might as well stand there. You're going to get the bag. I'm telling you right now. Shanks delivers in again. Fastball. Told you. Runner takes off towards first. 2 on with 1 out here. As the pinch runner goes to second, Pearl reaches on the walk. And Braden Booth is going to step in here trying to break it open again in a 5-run game. no interest in calling strike 3 against the powerhouse out of Alabama right now behind home plate. Pitch in from Shanks, misses upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Getting close to being at a pitch limit is Caden Shanks, nearing 90 now. That one is sent way up into the air by Booth. Justin Fallon has to find it against the sun. Ranges up, calls off the right fielder, and makes the catch for the second out. It's 101 pitches now for Caden Shanks. I mentioned 90. I was off by 10. He's up to over 100. So barring a comeback, though, if you're able to get one more out, it would be it. He would finish out, and you wouldn't have to go to another pitcher for the second straight game. You'd have a deep complement of arms for the final 2 games of the week here in Hoover. Gresham Baker at the plate. He's singled, been hit by a pitch, and reached on an error so far. A little bit of everything. First pitch in from Shanks. Tips off the glove of rookie Allison. It's called a ball, 1-0. Shanks says no to a couple of pitches. Now likes this one. Kicks and deals the 1-0. This one sent way up into the air. Shanks giving chase. Wilson there as well in foul territory. Shanks says he has it, and he does, and that will retire the side. Inning over here, and we will head to the 7th. Last chance for the Bees when we come back. They need a 5-spot. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. A Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Bob Jones Patriots as they give the ball to the right-hander Kai Kuroda. And that closes the book on Braden Booth. He was every bit as good as advertised. 6 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned 10 strikeouts and no walks. And for Booth, he'd only allowed 1 run all season, so he allows 2 to the Bees. But because of a slow start defensively by Upperman, they have the lead. It's 7-2. And as the Bees look for a rally, they'll look to Juju Yano, rookie Allison, and Carson Shoup to try and kickstart it. Here is 5-6-7 due up against Kuroda. And he's going to be a good pitcher, you know that, but he's not going to be Braden Booth. So we'll see if they can get a little magic working here and kickstart a rally of some sort before turning their attention towards Prattville out of Alabama again. Yano so far today, he ripped a double and scored the first run of the game for the Bees back in the 5th. Kuroda, shorter than Booth is. Booth at 6'2", Kuroda under 6 feet. He's got right-handed action coming out. Throwing slower, as of course everybody is, than Braden Booth. First pitch into Yano. That one misses low for a ball, 1-0. And it's all about becoming base runners. If you're Upperman here and trying to put just a little bit of pressure on, you chase the ace, you got him out of the game finally. They're trying to close it out. You want to make them earn it. You may not come back to win, but you also want to build some momentum into game number 2 of the doubleheader coming up against Prattville. 1-0. That one misses upstairs, 2-0. That was a strike for Braden Booth, but he's not out there anymore. Umpire isn't starstruck. It's 2-0. Kuroda delivers that one in. Misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. Juju Yano ahead in the count, trying to become a leadoff base runner. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Yano. That one's right down Main Street for a strike, 3-1. That's a red light special, though. You want to make him throw you a strike. Now big moment here, Kai Kuroda trying to close the door. 3-1 pitch coming home. That one misses inside. Ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for Juju Yano. Rookie Allison, he ripped a single, then got in between the base paths between first and second. He dodged the tag. Umpire called him out anyway. But it did end up in that rundown, allowed the runner to come around to score. So now he'll stand in with a runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 7th. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Allison, and this is a much, much slower velocity on the gun. They've been trying to time up the 93-mile-an-hour fastballs from Booth. This is going to be upper 70s, low 80s. 0-1, breaking ball, sent out in the left field. Upperman's in a little bit of business now. Runners at first and second. It gets away from the left fielder again. Yano rounding second, heading to third, and he will be held there. It's going to be a single for rookie Allison and then an error out there in left field. I'm checking for confirmation on that call, but that's going to be correct. So now leadoff walk, followed up by a single. Both runners advance on the error. And Upperman has runners at second and third for Carson Shoup. And nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Kai Kuroda going to have to earn it against an Upperman lineup that all of a sudden is going to be able to show what they're made of a little bit. Shoup 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. New pitcher, though. Pitch comes in from Kuroda. Breaking ball. Called a strike. It came across the Baxter spell out at the chest. Nothing you can do with that pitch. There's a reason the strike zone exists. 0-1. Kuroda coming in, breaking ball. Shoup recognizes that it's in the same place, so he swings at it, and he's behind 0-2. And that's the unfortunate part for a hitter. You're going to have to swing at that now, and you can't do anything with it. And it frees up Kuroda to be able to throw anything he wants now ahead 0-2. Takes a deep breath. Here comes the 0-2 home, breaking ball. Shoup decides late, a good battle swing to stay alive. And a good grab there by Wes Shanks. He will do it again at 0-2. Shoup started as the designated hitter. Now he's the third baseman. Trying to stay alive. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. A big punch out there for Kai Kuroda. He knows it's go time. He's got 8 and 9 with Caden Shanks looming on deck. He needs to get out of this game quickly. There's runners at second and third and nobody out, or one out now. Here comes Braden Green. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. Green trying to put something in play or reach base with a walk. Kuroda, see if that built him some confidence out there. Fires in, pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Yano reached with a walk. Then rookie Allison barreled up a single into left field. They both advanced over on an error in left. Breaking ball, good pitch from Kuroda, gets the call, 1-1. One and one pitch coming here from Kai Kuroda. Delivers to Braden Green. There's the breaking ball again. That time it missed the zone. 2-1. Runners at second and third rather. Evan Huddleston on deck. In the hole is Caden Shanks. Would love to be able to get an AB here. It's a big one. You want to stave off that second out for as long as possible. 2-1 to Green. Fastball. He sends this one way up into the air in right field. That is way back. Right fielder drifting in foul territory, and it gets down. mentioned Green. He's got some pop in that bat. That one went way up and tailed far enough foul to get away from the right fielder who got a good jump to it. It's a 2-2 count. That's a loud strike number 2. He's hit some home runs in JV games. Runners at second and third again here. 2-2. Big pitch coming here from Kai Kuroda to Braden Green. Kuroda, big kick, delivers. Called strike 3. Backwards K, and Evan Huddleston is Upperman's last chance in a 5-run game. Caden Shanks hasn't gotten that call all night long, but the Alabama team sure is. As Huddleston will stand in. Good frame job behind the dish to drag it over into the strike zone, where it was 6 inches out of at least. Kuroda now, after back-to-back punch-outs, fires the breaking ball. Couldn't in good faith call that one a strike, I guess, as it's 1-0. Kuroda trying to close the door here. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball. Huddleston sends it over, and that's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run comes across to score. Huddleston reaches on the RBI single. And with 2 runners on, it does flip the lineup over. Here comes Caden Shanks. Yano scores. Allison moves to third. Shanks is at the plate. He has a triple today, a single and a strikeout, 2 for 3 officially. Kai Kuroda trying to battle through. Caden Shanks can make it real interesting if he gets on base with Justin Fallon. Potential game-tying run on deck. Righty versus lefty here. Shanks throws righty, but bats lefty. Kuroda with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Big lead for Huddleston at first. He stays put. Breaking ball. No shame. Called a strike 0-1. And if you're Kuroda, why throw anything else? You can't touch that as a left-handed batter. Can't touch it. 0-1. Tried to do it. That time didn't quite fall off the table, and it's 1-1. Kuroda with a 1-1. Pitch comes home. Breaking ball. This one's fouled off. 1-2. Kuroda got away with a balk. You hear the peanut gallery calling for it, and they're right. It was absolutely a balk. That one fouled off the foot of Caden Shanks. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Shanks trying to shake it off and get in there. Upperman down to their final strike here in game number 1 today. Kuroda rocks. Now looks back, delivers home the 1-2. That one misses outside with a fastball, 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 on. Shanks is at the plate, trying to stay alive here. Kuroda. 2-2, breaking ball. That one missed outside, he finally didn't call it. We run full now, big moment here with Justin Fallon on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. A lot of energy in the park right now. Kuroda trying to finish it off. Shanks to stay alive. And he's going to step off. A little fake throw towards third. And we'll do it again. Three and 2. Kuroda delivers. Breaking ball. Shanks sends this one out into center field, and it's going to get down. 1 run will score. The tying run comes to the plate on the RBI single, and Caden Shanks going to wisely just retreat. No reason to test it there, and it is 7-4. Upperman battling against the 5th-ranked team in the nation. An RBI single for Caden Shanks. And Justin Fallon comes to the plate against Kai Kuroda. 1 big swing by Fallon, and we could be tied. Shanks up to RBI number 12 on the campaign now here in game number 12. And Fallon going to stand in here. He has an RBI, but other than that, 0 for 3 today. Struck out, flown out. Kuroda, a right-hander, to the right-handed batter. Here we go. Bees are about 2 across in the frame. Kuroda comes home, breaking ball. Good pitch across for strike one at 0-1. That's when if Fallon was sitting on it, he could have sent it a long way. But he laid off the first pitch of the AB. Runners at the corner still here for Upperman in a 3-run game. 0-1. That one dips away from the zone, 1-1. Fallon, the last chance for Upperman after Caden Shanks extended the game with an RBI. 1-1. Kuroda kicks and deals. Fastball. This one's sent way up into the air. Right fielder is under it. This could do it, and it does. That will do it. Your final score, Upperman 4, Bob Jones 7. The Bees try to battle back but are unable to overcome a slow start against one of the nation's best teams. We welcome you into the South Willow Auto Clinic postgame show. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. It was 6-0 after the second inning. From there, Upperman outscored Bob Jones 4-1. But as we mentioned, it's a 7-inning game, not a 5-inning game. And Bob Jones gets their 25th victory of the season. Upperman's 4-game winning streak comes to an end. Player of the game, the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game is going to be Braden Booth. But a tip of the cap to Caden Shanks. It was a rough start. He hung in there. He battled. He got a late RBI. But ultimately, Upperman's late rally fell short. As we will now move all our equipment over to the field behind us and get ready for Upperman against Prattville out of Alabama. First pitch set for 4:30 p.m. or so, maybe a couple of minutes late. But we'll be back live on the main page and YouTube channel. All of that to come still. As your final score once again, Bob Jones 7, Upperman 4. Coverage of this game in Hoover has been presented by Nick's Restaurant. We'll be back in just a few moments here from Hoover, Alabama. I'm Noah McKay from Madison McKay on camera and everybody at UCR. We'll talk to you on just a few minutes from Hoover.